Thank you, everyone. Thank you for taking this time out of your busy day. I understand that some of you might even be on vacation. Thank you so much for joining us. This is a seminar that presented by New Jersey Chinese Chamber, American Chamber of Commerce to help businesses prepare for the plastic ban, the law which will become effective on May 4th, 2022. We have prepared a great panel discussion. Next, if I may invite Tammy to give a brief introduction for our panelists.
Thank you, Yin, and thank you everyone for attending today. I'm excited and honored to be part of the Chinese American Chamber at a time where supporting local businesses is more important than ever. So thank you, Janet and her team at NJBAC, especially Steve Stegman, for graciously putting this together. This is truly something that will affect every single resident living in New Jersey. So it's very important, and we're also recording this program, so it will be available after and we can share it with other people. So first, Janet will be speaking. She is project manager with the New Jersey Business Action Center, part of the Department of State. The NJBAC is responsible for communicating with all businesses about their responsibilities under this new law, which bans single-use plastic carryout bags and polystyrene foam food service products. And she provides online resources to support business compliance. Janet is a New Jersey native who previously served central southern New Jersey businesses, promoting exports and foreign direct investment into New Jersey as a commercial officer with the U.S. Commercial Service, part of the U.S. Department of Commerce. After Janet, we will hear from Aaron Jensen. Aaron is an environmental specialist with the Division of Solid and Hazardous Waste at the New Jersey Department of Environmental Protection. She is the lead on implementing the plastic bag ban law at the department and also leads the Municipal Tonnage Grant Program. She has been with the department for over 4 years. In addition to leading the bag ban implementation, she is also the DEP contact for Recycle Coach. Our third and final speaker will be Joanne Jamenden. Joanne is in her inaugural year as Executive Director of the New Jersey Clean Communities Council, where she is tasked with implementing New Jersey's outreach and education program for the single-use plastics ban. Prior to this, she served as the Bureau Chief of Recycling in Union County for 35 years, where she was both Recycling and Clean Communities Coordinator. She has vast experience in environmental education and works to promote behavior change when it comes to keeping New Jersey litter-free and reducing our reliance on plastic. So thank you for all being here. And Janet, take it away. Oh, Janet, I think you're muted.
I'm muted. I'm so sorry. Thank you so much for that kind introduction. We're very pleased to be here today. We really appreciate the New Jersey Chinese American Chamber of Commerce organizing this seminar so that we have a chance to speak with you all about this new law that's going to come into effect next year. And it will affect virtually everyone in the state, but our job as the New Jersey Business Action Center is to inform especially businesses that will be affected, and that's all retail, food service, and grocery stores. Today, we will be covering business compliance, law implementation, including timelines, FAQs, who's covered, and enforcement, and finally, outreach. So hopefully by the time we have concluded today's presentation, you will have answers to many of your questions. We encourage you to put your questions in the chat, and we will be answering questions as we go. And then at the end, if we have enough time, hopefully, we'll have a chance to answer some of your questions live. Next, please. The New Jersey Business Action Center is a business-first resource to help you, businesses, get answers from government agencies, direct you to officials or contacts to facilitate meetings and follow-ups with regulatory agencies and more, all at no cost and strictly confidential. We're a business advocacy team within the Department of State. We're dedicated to solving problems and maximizing growth opportunities for New Jersey's businesses. On our website, business.nj.gov, we have a live chat as well as a 1-800 helpline where our business experts are available Monday through Friday from 8 to 5 to answer all your questions. Next, please. Next, please. For over 30 years, we've served the New Jersey business community, and we have 3 offices dedicated to business advocacy. The Office of Business Advocacy really has a lot to do with businesses coming from outside the state to the state, and they're really sort of project-oriented. It's really a project-oriented team helping with real estate site searches, finding locations, permitting, with information about tax incentives and credit programs. And then there's the Office of Small Business Advocacy, which is much more transactionally oriented, helping small businesses navigate business registration, tax compliance, financing options, licensing, and helping to create even business and marketing plans. And finally, we're the Office of Export Promotion, where we help all size businesses tap into global business resources. We help you export, we help you create a plan, we help you identify markets, and we also are the administrators and managers of the New Jersey State Expansion Program, which is called STEP. And this is funding these are grants and funding that comes from the Small Business Association partially. And it really helps defray the costs of New Jersey's businesses as they export outside of the United States. Next, please. So think of us as your connector. We connect you with technical assistance. We identify critical access to capital, local, state, and federal grant and loan programs. This has been extremely important especially during the COVID challenge, and more recently having to do with the hurricane, and just generally in funding that's coming from federal sources. We answer lots and lots of questions about this and help companies access these types of funding. We provide guidelines for new rules and regulations like we're doing today, and we help you operate your business safely. We clarify state mandated regulations such as employee benefits, and we identify licensing and certification requirements that you need to operate. Next, please. So again, as a connector, we can connect you to all the state departments and agencies and outside organizations that can directly answer your questions, solve your problems, and provide you with resources and technical assistance. Next, please. On our website, business.nj.gov, we have a robust search function that can help you get targeted answers to your questions. We help you plan, start, operate, and grow your business. We help create your business with business starter kits and business plans. We are available to help you with filings and accountings, license renewals, tax statements, reporting forms, and even how to contract with the state. So this is really a place that you can go that is simple to use and help you find the answers. And if you need further information, this is where you find our live chat, powered by our business experts, Monday through Friday from 8 to 5. Where getting connected to state government can be made very easy. Next, please. So the New Jersey legislature wrote the responsibility for business compliance right into this new law. And the reason they did that is because what we call the New Jersey BAC, the Business Action Center, is uniquely qualified because we communicate with all businesses around the state daily, and we help businesses navigate government, and we help them understand and comply with new laws. The legislature also gave the responsibility for the regulation of the law to the New Jersey Department of Environmental Protection. And today, you'll be hearing from Erin Jensen from the DEP about regulatory and more detailed aspects of the law than what I will present. The two departments are working very closely together to ensure smooth implementation of the new law. Next, please. So last year on November 4th, 2020, Governor Phil Murphy signed this law banning carry-out bags and polystyrene foam. And the effective date is next May 4th, 2022. The new law bans all single-use plastic carry-out bags, regardless of thickness, single-use paper carry-out bags at grocery stores at or over 2,500 square feet. It also bans all polystyrene foam, which is styrofoam, food service products, even for sale. It pertains to all retail, grocery stores, and all food service businesses, small and large. It also limits plastic straw distribution to by customer request only as of this November 4th, 2021. And it supersedes all previous local, county, or city ordinances. It was really an important part of this law, that it's a statewide law, and anything pertaining to single-use plastic or paper carry-out bags is covered by this law. Next, please. So why are we talking about this now? I mean, May is a long way away, right? Well, not really. We want to make sure we give all retail stores and food service businesses time to prepare. We recognize the need to use up existing inventory of plastic carryout bags and polystyrene foam, because next May, all plastic carryout bags, regardless of thickness, and all polystyrene foam will be banned. There are some exemptions, and Erin Jensen will be going over those with you. Next, please. So we have many online resources on our website at business.nj.gov, bags, plastic bag ban law, to help support you, as does the DEP. And these are just a few of the things. And again, Erin will give you examples. Next, please. We've created a vendor clearinghouse, a courtesy resource of environmentally sound products that comply with the new regulation. Vendors, manufacturers, distributors, suppliers may sign up now. This is a free listing. And this is a listing of wholesale manufacturer and distributors that will be open to the public, but is focused on all retail and food service businesses across the state, so that they have a source for products that comply with the new law. And we really encourage you to sign up if you are one of these suppliers, or if you know of any, or if you in any way to get the word out, because we'd love to see New Jersey's businesses really be able to take advantage of this, what really is a sales opportunity, a sales channel. So on the web, at the vendor clearinghouse, can you go back, please, Steve? On the vendor, back, please. Yes. On the vendor clearinghouse, there will be reusable carryout bags that are of the materials that are required under the law, paper bags, and eventually other sustainable food service products that will be the alternatives to polystyrene foam. At the present time, we're focusing on reusable carryout bags and paper bags. Next, please. So the partner agencies and organizations working on this are the New Jersey Business Action Center. We're responsible for communicating with all businesses. the DEP that is responsible for the overall implementation of the law, including the adoption of implementing regulations, and the New Jersey Clean Communities Council, which is responsible for developing and implementing a statewide public information and education program, including limited distribution of free bags. Next, please. So for information and updates, please visit our website, business.nj.gov, where you'll find updates on the plastic bag and polystyrene foam bin, but also updates on all the other laws and regulations that the state is involved with. And if you sign up for our weekly e-news, you will get weekly updates on all these regulations that could be extremely helpful to your business. And of course, you can also find our live chat where our business experts can help you Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. Thank you very much. Next. And now I'd like to introduce Erin Jensen, Environmental Specialist with the Department of Environmental Protection. Erin.
Thank you, Janet. That was a great presentation. Hello, everyone. Just give me a moment. I'm going to bring up my presentation here. There we go. So as Janet had said, my name is Erin Jensen. I work for the New Jersey Department of Environmental Protection, and I'm with the Division of Solid and Hazardous Waste. That is where this law fell when it was written into that division, in that department in this division. So I am the lead on this implementation project. My main part of the presentation is going to just be going over the individual pieces of the law with some more detail. So we're going to start with the biggest portion of the law, which is the ban on the single-use carryout bags. Again, as Janet mentioned, this ban will become effective on May 4th, 2022, which is just kind of right around the corner. So we are doing a lot of these presentations to get the word out there and to get people prepared. So the ban on single-use carryout bags for plastic will pertain to all stores, all retail, all grocery stores, all food service businesses. And that will ban them from selling or providing for free those single-use plastic bags to customers. And this is how single-use plastic carryout bag is defined in the law. It's a carryout bag made of plastic that is not a reusable carryout bag as defined by the law. So basically what that means is any plastic bag that does not meet the state's definition of a reusable bag, which I will go over in a moment, would be considered a single-use bag in this law. And then in addition to the ban on plastic bags, there's an additional ban on single-use paper bags. The paper bag ban only pertains to grocery stores that are equal to or larger than 2,500 square feet. So if you are not a larger grocery store, you can either switch to the paper bags or you continue using paper bags if you are already using them. And you can see the definition for single-use paper is pretty much the same as plastic, except the bag is made of paper and is also not a reusable bag. So again, stores that this ban applies to, all store, all retail, food service business, grocery store for plastic. The ban for paper is only grocery store. And these are just some of the definitions in the law that I included here. So we have what a store is, what it defines a food service business as, and a grocery store as well. So this is how the law defines a reusable carryout bag. There are 3 parts, and a bag will have to meet all 3 parts to be considered reusable. The first is it has to be made of polypropylene fabric, PET non-woven fabric, nylon, cloth, hemp, or another washable fabric. And that's either by hand wash or machine. So either specifically those materials or another material that is washable in some way. The second part is it has to have stitched handles. And that means either like a traditional stitch with 2 materials coming together with a third that stitches them, or an ultrasonic stitch, which is a very specific kind of stitching that we have learned about while implementing this law. Adhesive handles will not qualify to meet this provision. Now, so the third one is it has to be designed and manufactured for multiple reuses. And the way we interpret that is at a minimum of 125 uses. So a bag, if you would like to provide bags to your customers and you want to buy reusable bags, they will have to meet all three of these categories. And if they do not, the state would think that that is a single-use bag because it didn't meet this definition. There are a couple of exemptions to the bag ban. So this is the list. It's a short list, but it includes bags that you wrap around uncooked meat or poultry, the small bags you use to put in loose fruits and vegetables, nuts, candy, greeting cards, stuff like that. The small bags used in pet stores for live fish and insects. The bags at the deli counter, or that the small bags you would put like a small thing of hot soup or other hot food in. Laundry or dry cleaning bags, the small paper bags given out at pharmacies to carry prescriptions, and bags that newspapers come in. We also have the ability to add specific types of bags to this list through a rule or regulation process at the DEP. So after the bags comes the ban on polystyrene foam food service products, otherwise known as styrofoam, which is a brand name. So you'll see polystyrene foam mentioned a lot while learning about this law. Again, this provision becomes effective May 4th, 2022, and the law prohibits all persons and food service businesses from selling or offering for sale any polystyrene foam food service product. So that includes things like packages of styrofoam or polystyrene foam cups or plates in stores, or giving leftover foods or takeout foods in polystyrene foam containers and such like that. And there also is a definition here that includes many of those examples for polystyrene foam. There are also exemptions for the polystyrene foam food service product ban. However, these exemptions are limited for 2 years. So after it becomes effective, there's a 2-year period where these products listed here will be exempted, after which they will no longer be exempted unless the DEP extends it for a period of 1 year, after which that year, the extensions again will expire and they will become banned. So this list includes disposable long-handled polystyrene foam soda spoons, the small portion cups, 2 ounces or less, used for dipping sauces or small hot foods. They usually have lids. The trays that you put under raw meats and fishes at butcher counters or deli counters. Any food product prepackaged by a manufacturer, for example, like a ramen noodle, which comes in a polystyrene cup that's prepackaged when it arrives at the store. And again, we have the ability as a department to add additional products to this list of exemptions. And we also have the ability to extend it for 1 year at a time. In addition to the exemptions, the polystyrene foam provision also has a waiver option. So waivers can be applied for at the department. So if you would like to submit a waiver request, that is live on our website. You see the link here. And to get a waiver or be considered for a waiver, you have to meet one of these 2 situations here. So the first one is there is no feasible and commercially available alternative for a specific polystyrene foam food service product. And the second is the person or business has less than $500,000 in gross annual income, and there is no reasonably affordable commercially available alternative to the polystyrene foam food service product. So when submitting a waiver, it will have to be a product specific waiver saying that I want to continue to use this specific product because you meet some of these, either one of these situations. And you'll have to provide more proof and detail through that waiver process, which you can again find online. Waivers are only good for 1 year. Again, they can be extended for up to 1 additional year if approved by the department. Other than that, you would have to apply annually. At the moment, there is no fee to apply for a waiver. But things could always change as we have just begun a rule writing process, which will go into some more detail with the law and then make some rules for the department for this process. The last section of the law is the part of single-use plastic straws. This is not a ban. What it does is it changes from automatically giving customers straws to only giving out straws upon request by the customer. This provision becomes effective sooner than the others. It begins this November 4th, 2021, and it is for all food service businesses in the state. All those businesses are required to keep an adequate supply of single-use plastic straws on site for when people request them, either for preference, medical conditions, whatever it may be. When they request it, you need to have a supply on hand. And this part of the law does not ban any sort of sale of packages of straws. So if you go to a store and you want to buy a package of straws for use at your home or a business, your school or something like that, that is allowed. You could still buy them in the store. And that also includes the small beverages like juice boxes and such that come with straws already attached. That is not affected by this law. Any town that currently has a rule, regulation, ordinance about any of these products, this new law will supersede and preempt them. So as soon as our portions become active, it deactivates any of the previous ordinances or regulations out there. And every store will have to follow the New Jersey law as a whole. This is a visual timeline of when things become enacted. So you have November 2020 when the law was passed. May of 2021 was when this group here that is speaking today just started working together to create a public education and business education campaign. This November is when the plastic straw provision will become effective. May 2022 is when the single-use plastic, single-use paper, and polystyrene foam provisions will become effective, as well as enforcement will become effective. And then in May 2024 is when the exemptions for the polystyrene foam food service products will expire. This you can also find on our website. This is another thing we found on our website. It's a chart that lays out all different types of businesses and the 4 different categories of the law and which ones pertain to which business type. It's not an exhaustive list, but it is a fairly long list, and things will be added as necessary as we try to keep all this information up to date. These are just some examples of what you'll see online. So as I mentioned a moment ago, enforcement will also become active when the different provisions become active. So the law gives enforcement power to not only the DEP, but also individual municipalities and county environmental health acts. Anyone certified by the County Environmental Health Act, or known as CEHA, who already do lots of inspections for other things throughout the state. So enforcement can really be done at any level, and that's for the bags and also polystyrene. The Department of Health specifically is tasked with enforcing the plastic straw provision. So the way the penalties are set up in the law is that your first offense would be a warning. Your second is $1,000 per day, and the third and subsequent violations are $5,000 per day. So on our website, you'll also see many FAQs that we continually add to as different questions and concerns come up. These are just a couple of examples that I pulled from our site. For example, do reusable carryout bags need to be made with a minimum recycled content to be allowed in the state? The answer is no. There's no minimum recycled content portions in this law. However, it is something that we always encourage, as it is very positive for the environment. Can establishments require their customers to purchase reusable bags? No, that businesses can't force their customers to buy the bags that they are offering. They can continue to bring any bag they would like with them to reuse at any of the stores. And as similar to the plastic straws and how you can still buy them in stores in boxes, you can also still buy things like packages of brown paper lunch bags or the lawn bags in store. The law only pertains to carry-out bags. This one here pertains to single-use plastic straws and whether or not that provision is for drive-through establishments and self-service areas, such as after you order your food and you go have a little area where you pick out your salt and your pepper and your napkins and your utensils. The answer is yes. So even in those situations, the single-use plastic straws should only be given out if the customer asks for them. So this is the information I have. So this is the email address we've set up for any questions for single-use plastics. You can email that anytime. This is our website here. And these are, so we have things like the more FAQs, the full copy of the legislation, our timeline, and that chart of establishments. Here we have, just like Jenna had said, the information on the Business Action Center and their link here. And then we also have NJ Clean Communities, who you will hear from next, and their information. There's great resources across all three websites. And that is it for me. So I'm going to pass it along to Joanne Jamenden from New Jersey Clean Communities.
Thank you, Erin. I'm going to keep my glasses on for now and hopefully do this seamlessly because I have yet to been able to do that thus far in all my presentations. So here we go. See what happens when you can see. Good afternoon, everybody. You've learned, I know, a lot of information already today, hopefully. You learned about the law and the business resources that are available from the Business Action Center. So now I'm going to review some of the education and outreach materials that are available to you. So first of all, my name is Joanne Jamenden. I am the Executive Director of the New Jersey Clean Communities Council, and many of you are probably wondering what that is. So I'm going to spend 2 minutes just to give you an overview of our organization. We are a nonprofit organization. We're the only non-governmental agency involved in this outreach campaign. Our sole purpose and for creating ourselves was for a litter abatement organization. We provide annual grant funding to all counties and municipalities in New Jersey specifically for this. Each government agency then designates their municipal or county clean communities coordinator. And all of the funding must be used for litter cleanup, education, and enforcement. The reason that's important to bring up now is because we've added the Bag Up NJ outreach program as an allowable program under Clean Communities. That means there's someone in your town that can help you with this program going forward. Where does all this money come from? It probably comes from many of you. There's actually 15 different litter generating products that are taxed. Whether you manufacture, distribute, or sell these, all of the products have a small tax on them. They go into a fund, and then we distribute those funds. This year, we distributed $20.7 million. 80% of the funds go to municipalities, 10% go to counties. Some of the money goes to the Department of Environmental Protection to clean up their parks, and then the Clean Communities Council gets $375,000. So to reiterate, it's important to know that the towns and counties where you are getting funding. The single-use plastics campaign can be part of their outreach. So I really encourage the partnership between Clean Communities and the businesses. We also run an Adopt a Highway and Adopt a Beach program. I mention that because we have a lot of businesses that adopt highways or adopt a beach. So if you'd like information about that going forward, you can go to our website, www.njclean.org. But why is Clean Communities involved in the single-use plastics campaign? The legislature or the legislation was actually geared for litter abatement. The legislators knew that, single-use plastic bags, single-use straws tend to be the most littered items on our beaches. And this campaign was really designed to get rid of the litter and clean up our waterways. So as we already heard, New Jersey's legislation is the most progressive bag ban law in the country. We're the only state, we're not the first state, but we are the only state to include a ban on paper bags in grocery stores. So that's a pretty big deal. And once again, we're preventing litter by eliminating single-use plastic bags, paper bags at grocery stores, eliminating polystyrene, and straws are only by request. So we learned a lot. We have 230 days till this law goes into effect. So we're here to help. And this is the information that's available to you. We do get, our council gets $500,000 a year separately for the next 3 years to develop a statewide education and outreach campaign, which means we're helping to get the residents knowledgeable. So when they go into your businesses or stores, they're not surprised that they're not getting a bag from you any longer. We're working on partnerships with various stakeholders and businesses and government to get the word out. We're looking for business partnerships along the way. We'll be issuing press releases and newsletters and advertising going forward. And we will be providing free reusable carryout bags. Obviously, we can't do that to everyone, which is one of the reasons we have our towns and counties involved. And we're looking for business partnerships to help us purchase the bags and give the bags away. But the greatest aspect that we're going to share with you today right now is the fact that we have branding. The only way to actually have a statewide campaign is to share the artwork and the different graphics we've developed so you can use them. So we have 2 different campaigns. One is Bag Up NJ, which is designed for you to educate folks to bring their own reusable bags when they go shopping, and also Skip the Straw. So this is what our Bag Up NJ logo looks like. And this is also our website. This is separate than our njclean.org. Bag Up NJ is just about the reusable bags and the single-use plastics campaign. But most importantly, we have downloads. We have this logo available for use for free. We have copyrighted it and trademarked it, but we're offering it to everyone to use in their outreach initiatives. We also have social media and web banners, cling artwork, sandwich board signs, taglines, and flyers. So I'm going to go through those really quickly, but I encourage you after this to go to our website and check it out. This is some of our social media posts that we have up there that you can just cut and paste and add your own branding. We have clings. We've sort of had to take advantage of all the plexiglass that's in all the stores and food establishments. So you can print these out on, reusable cling material and put them up all over the store or at the front door of your stores. We've also developed a Skip the Straw campaign. That's on our website, so you can take that and post it on social media. We have a flyer. This one is designed more for residents. It gives you the overview of the law, and it also gives you the important dates. We also have a link to the New Jersey Business Action Center and their flyer, which is designed more for businesses and what they have to do. We do different bag giveaway events. These are just things that were written up in the paper. So if you want to partner with us, we have pretty good access to press, and we get some coverage. So if you want to partner, maybe the chamber or some businesses, we have the ways to get that message out there. Our priorities for this coming year for the bag giveaways have to do with the overburdened communities and with seniors. So we'll be, if your community is in anywhere on the overburdened communities list, we can come to your neighborhood. But more importantly, right now, what can you do to prepare as a chamber? We want you to encourage bag giveaways. We all know supply is difficult these days, and it takes longer to get everything. So we only have 230 days to prepare. So you have 230 days to use your plastic bags and 230 days to design your reusable bags if you're going to, use them or offer them for sale, and to order them and get them shipped. So don't wait. Promote and share our messaging. This was the Trenton Thunder, actually is the Trenton Thunder Stadium and the Somerset Patriots Stadium campaigns that are live on their message boards. So we encourage you to partner with us, with the New Jersey Business Action Center, and with other local businesses in your downtown to make sure the message gets out. Help promote Bag Up NJ and Skip the Straw campaigns. Like I said, all of those downloadable materials are free and easy. You can grab them today. Issue press releases and let people know that the Skip the Straw campaign is coming and the bag ban is coming. Once again, reusable bag promotion. I can't emphasize that enough. Partner with us for bag giveaway programs. And we do have a newsletter that comes out every month. If you go to njclean.org, you can sign up. And it's interesting. It talks not just about the bag ban, but also about litter cleanup initiatives throughout the state. All three of us are here for a Q&A, but if you want to just take a screenshot of all of our emails, you can reach us anytime. And now I guess we'll go to live chat.
I don't see many questions in the chat box. So I guess if anyone has any questions, if you want to put them in the chat box, we are here to answer them.
Tammy or Yin, do you have any questions you think your members would like to know going forward?
Joanne, I think it's a lot of information this
Yes.
afternoon. I'm taking notes as
Yes.
you're speaking. So I think definitely we are very happy that the link of this recording will be provided to our members. We sure hope that they, for those of them who could not attend this afternoon, let them think through. And, as we talked about, this is the beginning stage. It is a lot of information. I'm just jotting down all the all the information in this discussion. I'm sure that there will be questions popping up, and we know we have the email addresses to send the questions to. We are so grateful for the time, and most importantly, the information that being shared this afternoon.
Well, you do have a recording, but besides our email addresses, you have all of our websites, and they're all laid out really easy format to follow. Especially the DEPs, I have to say, they have the most information to share, and they've really delineated it in a great way to help people figure out what information they can, and access it easily.
And we really hope that manufacturers and distributors of reusable bags and paper bags will come on to the vendor clearinghouse, which you can find on our website, business.nj.gov, and sign up so that other businesses can find products that comply with the new regulation.
And it looks like we just got a question about, will they be in different languages in the future for the print materials?
That literally was going to be the next thing I said. So I appreciate whoever asked that question. We actually have to translate all of this information into different languages. And I'm hoping actually that the New Jersey American Chinese Chamber can help us to do some of these initiatives, because all of this information that I just showed you on our website, we have to translate. So if you have any assets that you can share with us to help in that translation process, please send them my way.
Yeah,
On
and
our website, our information, there's a button for it to be translated into Spanish, but we've also printed our downloadable flyer in English and Spanish, and we'll be sending that out to you. We do not have plans right now for Chinese, but I think, Erin, I'm sorry, were you going to say something?
yeah, just like our website, at least I know the DEP site, but I'm sure the other sites as well, based on what I've seen. The DEP has a language button, so when you go to our website, you can click that button. It's in the top right corner of the screen. It will change and translate everything on our website. It's not a photo into any language that you choose. It will be like an auto translate, so I don't know how perfect it will be, but it is available for many different languages.
Wonderful. I know the auto translate is not perfect, but at least that's the first step. And Joanne, I will send you a connection for the translation into Chinese, the one that I used in my business practice.
Oh, that would be awesome. Thank you very much.
Sure.
Oh, and Janet, you just got a question about, is the clearinghouse live now? They said a few months ago it was just a test.
Yes, it just became live this week, and you can access it at business.nj.gov. I'll put the link in right now. /bags/vendor clearinghouse. And that would be the place that you can go to register as a vendor. If you want to access the list, you would go to business.nj.gov bags plastic ban law, and you will see the link for the vendor list. We're still building the list out, so it's taking some time, but we have to be careful that it just has products that are that are allowable under the law. If you have any questions about the vendor clearinghouse or any further information or suggestions, please feel free to reach out to me and send me an email. Any of us, we're very happy to help you in any way that we can. Okay, well, Tammy, would you like to say anything else?
Let's see. Yeah, I think that's great. We'll wrap up, and I'm sure we'll think of other questions as we digest this information. So thank you all for sharing today. The chamber, we'll send out the slides and the recording to our email list, and hopefully that can continue the conversation and educate more people. And for the chamber, I just wanted to say that our next big event planned will be our gala in November, and you'll be getting a save the date soon for that. And I think that's it. Thank you, Janet, Erin, and Joanne for your valuable time, and thank everyone for attending.
Thank you.
Thank you
for
for this
having us.
opportunity.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you.